Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to Coffee Talk. I am Coach Roxanne, and you are joining me live on the Better Body Fitness fan page. Welcome, 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 my friends. Happy Tuesday to get the things done. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Once you're on, drop it in the comments. I want to say happy Blur's Day. I don't know where that comes from. Tuesday. Kylie, good morning. Happy Tuesday. I love it. Up and at 'em. Michelle, good morning. Coaches and BBF peeps. Charlene, good morning. I love the sunshine. I don't know how much sunshine we're going to get around here for the next couple of days. It looks like we're going to get some interesting weather. Amber, good morning again. The vaccinator. I probably need to stop calling you that eventually. Someday. Erica, good morning. Hootsek, Monica, hello. Amy, good morning. Happy Tuesday, my friends. I love it, love it, love it. I feel like people have been going back to school now for weeks, but I don't think that's really the case. So there's so much happening over these next couple of weeks. All of the friends and their kids going back to school. I don't know. Does that mean parents that schedules change for you as well? Or is it kind of the same old, same old? Kim, good morning. Heather, good morning. Out for a walk. Just finished yesterday's noon nugget. I love that. Consuming all the things. Julie, good morning. Sarah, good morning. Lynn, good morning. Lori, hi. Ruth B, good morning with some sunshine. I love that. Alyssa, good morning. Alyssa and Archer, her son, joined us for our sweat session last night. Always such a good time. Karen, good morning. First day of school. Karen, I hope you had an amazing birthday, and what better present than to see the kids all dressed up with their nice new little clothes and backpack going off to school, right? Yay! Deanna, morning in the car. Jody, good morning. Okay, keep your eyes on the road, Dee. Eyes on the road. Beth, good morning. Nikki, happy Tuesday. All right, my friends, are we ready to get into it? Are we ready? Corey, good morning. Coach and Clutch, yes, I have this share here. We will have a guest speaker. Today's title is, seriously, there's no magic pill. Now, I wanted to make that title so many different things, but I guess what it boils down to, Gretchen, good morning, is seriously, there is no way to speed up results. There isn't. If there was something that could speed up your results, I would tell you what it is. I would give you that in a heartbeat. I want everybody to be successful on this journey. I want everybody to be healthy on this journey. Speedy doesn't always mean healthy, and it doesn't always mean successful. Heidi, good morning. So I want you to stop trying to think, I need to skip ahead. What is that person doing? What is this person doing? Oh, they're getting results by cutting out this food? No. But we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Hello, Coach Chuck. All right, this is a total mom moment here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. So stop trying to skip ahead. To be successful, you need to not only follow a progression, but you need to understand it. So it's really, really super simple for somebody to give you a workout, right? Or give you a diet plan and say, okay, do these moves, eat this food. But if you don't understand why you're doing those things, what's going to happen? Eventually, you're going to stop, because when you don't understand something and you're just doing it because somebody told you, eventually the excitement of that wears off. Do you want me to keep rolling here?
Yeah, you're doing great. I'm just here to smile.
Oh, well, you do such a good job at it. All right, so AKA, what am I talking about? For us, good morning, Debbie. There is a progression of things we follow. The very first thing you ever learn is the 4 S's with us. Why don't you take them through the 4 S's and why?
All right, well, the 4 S's are the green smoothie, the steps, all right, so when they're in that order for a reason, and the sweat factor, and the sipping factor. So the green smoothie was devised as the #1 nutritional habit that we feel really sets the base for successful long-term nutrition energy, immunity. Now we understand that not every single person can smash down 2 cups of spinach in a smoothie, but the whole concept of the smoothie was it's super simple to do. It tastes phenomenal. There's thousands of different variations of it. I personally am not awesome at getting my greens in, and when I was introduced to the smoothie, it was a way for me to instantaneously, number one, get 1 serving of greens in like right away. And then when I looked into it even more, the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients, the fiber, we add protein to it. It's just like supercharging your body and your immune system and just flushing a bunch of goodness in as soon as possible. So if you can do that, and you can do that one thing every single day for 21 days, you don't have to worry about a diet plan. You don't have to worry about finding a bunch of crazy recipes. And you want to skip ahead because you've been taught to do that. Like, hey, I should have this hardcore diet. I need to be in this book. I need to be downloading a bunch of recipes. I need to be doing 4 hours of food prep, 5 hours of food prep on a Sunday and eat out of Ziploc or whatever they're called, Gladware containers for 8 straight days. And that's what we've been conditioned to do. And I was like, you know what? No. Let's go back to elementary school, right? Because people are thinking that they have to implement these high school collegiate tactics, right? We're going to jump into trig before we've even learned basic math. So we're going back to elementary school, right? Going back to the basics, going back to the simple things. And most people have never even heard of a smoothie. And if they have heard of a smoothie, they've probably heard of it in a context of a way that isn't really that healthy, right? That is a bunch of fake ingredients, a bunch of just unnatural stuff, right?
If you're topping your smoothie with candy bars and whipped cream and syrup,
and sugar-free Jell-O pudding,
you might be missing the point.
So that was what. Let's go back to elementary school, right? Because and I know many of you may not follow professional athletics, but most of the high-level professionals that win MVP awards and whatnot, or even actors on top of their games, whatever, insert whatever they do for a living. They're going to tell you, they go back to the basics, they go back to the fundamentals, they practice them. Nobody is above the basics. And if you're struggling right now, I am going to put a $100 bill on the table that says you're probably trying to do too much too fast without a base, without that elementary base, the basics, the foundation, the fundamentals. We are not, what do we want to say? We're not experts in it, but we're not proficient at it. We're not an MVP at the basics, right? So that's where the smoothie came from. The steps was the second thing we talked about, because we put that the second in order, because you don't need to do beast mode workouts to get results. What we need to do is move our bodies. Our human body was designed to move. We were moved to be gatherers and hunters. We were designed to 10,000 steps. The best I know of has come from the Paleolithic era, when we believe that the average human being walked the earth for approximately 5 miles a day. 5 miles a day was roughly 10,000 steps, and that's where this came from. You don't have to do 10,000 steps. I don't care if you do 2,000 steps. What we say is audit your day. How many steps are you getting now? Try to do some more now than you were doing before. So why are steps second? We need to learn to move our bodies. Through COVID, through at-home employment, watching your children, on and on and on it goes. We have become so sedentary, and even if you leave the house for your job, a lot of us now are sitting in chairs, typing at keyboards. I have had people tell me, I don't even get a break to get up and pee.
And the reality of that is, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
Yeah. If you don't use your legs, guess what? They're going to fail you. If you don't practice proper posture, guess what? Your spine is going to blow out, right? If you don't move your muscles, exercise your muscles, if you don't pick stuff up and put it down, the whole Planet Fitness thing, I pick stuff up and put it down, right? Yeah, baby, that was me for 20 years. That's what you're designed to do. You're designed to pick stuff up, move it around, pick your children up, move objects around. You need to challenge your muscles. This and this, we have the strongest thumb muscles we've ever had. And guess what? We're all going to be walking around like this.
Yeah.
When we're 80. Why? Because this is what we train ourselves to do every day. And we need to be training ourselves to do more than just be a machine and a robot. So smoothie and steps. Then we come over to sweat, right? We want to do something like, did you sweat today? I don't care if it's 5 minutes or 40 minutes. It doesn't matter to us. The reason we put it in there was 5-minute fitness challenge, right? Something more than a walk, something that elevates your heart rate, all right? Unless you're walking with like dumbbells and you're like, right? But doing something, being more mobile, get right? Moving our body in a way, picking something up and putting it down for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, do 10 squats, 5 push-ups, and a sit-up or something. I don't care. We're just doing something to move our bodies. Did you sweat today? And if you're not in a position to sweat every day, it's not a big deal. Over the course of the last year, we have talked about different ways to get your sweat point in, right? And then the last one is sips, because we're like 80% water. We need to hydrate. We need to drink water. We drink everything but water. And so many people say, I hate water. And they have every excuse as to why not to hydrate. But it's one of the most fundamentals. Before there was soda and Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts and Red Bull and Monster and all of that, what did we have? Water. We drank water. Now, I don't care if you put a strawberry or watermelon or cucumber or lemon. That's all good, right? But all this man-made chemical crap, we have gotten so far beyond what we're supposed to do. And so, my friends, that's why going back to basics and the fundamentals, these 4 S's are learning basic math before you can do algebra and geometry and trigonometry and calculus and fill in the blank.
All right, so that is just the beginning of the progression. Those 4 S's are the very bottom foundation of the progression. What comes next? Well, then we have meal planning and execution. All right, you've got your 4 S's down. You do them, you execute them, you understand them. Next comes meal planning, which is a hard one for people. Knowing what they want to eat and when. Having a plan, grocery shopping for that plan. Like, it takes a lot of time and effort to make that happen. That's the next level. But then there comes journaling. Journaling what you eat, why you eat it, what are your triggers? Are you aware why you're doing this? That's the next level.
Hunger, energy, cravings.
Yes, there are so many things. Then the next progression is calorie tracking, making sure you have a healthy deficit and are still aware of everything you were journaling. Then say you get within 10 pounds of your ultimate goal. Then comes macro tracking, which I will tell you is a whole other level of commitment. Being aware of every single gram of protein, of carbs, of fat. But how many of us want to go from the 4 S's, kind of doing them, to I'm going to jump to macros because I feel like I will get faster results. If you don't take the time to move through these progressions, not rush them, and take the time to understand them, you're going to get to one of these harder progressions and you're going to get lost and you're not going to understand and you're going to get frustrated. And then what happens? Usually we don't go back to the basics. We quit. We quit, we give up, and we wait another 6 months to a year before we feel, down and in the pit again, before we decide to pick ourselves back up and maybe go back to what we were learning, or we want to jump on something new. We really want to teach you guys the basics and the progression so that you can be successful. If you just started the 4 S's in the past few months, now you should be moving on to meal planning and execution for the next few months. Then you should move on to logging for a few more months. Then calorie. Like, you shouldn't even be thinking about macros till you're a year or 2 down the road and you feel like you understand and comprehend and execute the progressions to get there. None of these things, though, create faster results. And I think that's where we get sidetracked. We think if I calorie track over the 4 S's, I'm going to get faster results. Not if you don't understand the foundation. If I macro track, I'm going to get faster results than if I calorie track. Not if you don't understand the foundation. Everything has its purpose and everything has a progression. You need to take the time to understand them.
Yeah, guys. So like we said this before, all else is sinking sand, right?
Yep.
Like the Bible verse, right? Like, the solid rock upon which I stand, all else is sinking sand. And we did a whole talk on it. Was that. And you got to think about this as building a solid wall, like brick by brick by brick by brick by layer by layer by layer, right? You have to dig the foundation. You have to dig and lay the foundation, right? That's number one. Then you start building, right, whatever they're called, the edges of the house, the framework. You build the framework. And you understand, right? You build the frame. You start filling it in. You do all of that stuff before you get to the nitty gritty small stuff, right? You need solid rocks to build. And you have to look at this as a progression. You can't skip. If you skip a step, it'll all fall apart. You have been tricked. I'm going to say it right now. You have been tricked. Now, we are going to be doing a 60-minute live coaching call with our members tonight for 60 minutes straight talking about macros. It's really great to get educated. Some of you are ready. Some of you are not. It doesn't mean that you should not attend if you're not completely ready. It's great to have information. But you've been tricked into believing that if you can jump to level 5 before you've done 4 and 3 and 2, you have to have patience. You have to have perseverance, right? You have to make sure that you're consistently committed to doing the tough stuff, because the tough stuff comes earlier on. If a toddler gets excited and starts running, what happens typically? They fall on their face.
Yep.
Why? Their brain is moving faster than their body will allow their feet to catch up. They're excited. I get it. You're excited. You want to get closer to wherever you want to go, and you believe that running there is going to get you there, but you don't even have the mechanics yet to get in the walking to the jogging and the jogging to the running. You have to build the mechanics. It's first grade to second grade to third grade. Every once in a while, somebody comes along and they skip a grade or 2, and that is like 1% of the 1%, and maybe that's you, but for most of us included, you have to build the foundation. This is not a conversation of discouragement. This is a conversation of encouragement, right? And coaching and mentor to say, we were never where we were consistently without executing the basics. Every time Roxanne and I try to skip ahead, guess what happens? We fall on our face.
Frustration, anger, sadness, all of it. We go through all of it.
That was like a cloud of a hair.
So yesterday I made a post. If you didn't see it, go back and look at it. Maybe snapshot it and keep it at the front of your mind. Eating healthy is hard. So we choose fast food. I know some of you do this, especially at the end of a busy day. Being hungry is hard. So we are overweight because we continue to eat because we never want to be hungry. Working out is hard. So we sit and binge watch TV, or we stay cuddled up in our nice warm beds. Fighting addiction is hard. So we stay addicted. It's easier to stay stuck than it is to change. You want results though? You're gonna have to do the hard things, my friends. The bottom line is embrace the basic nutritional habits. Go back to the 4 S's. Once you have, not even perfected, once you feel solid in that, then move on. No food, no plan is better or worse for you unless you have legitimate reasons for that. Stick to those basic nutritional habits and it will take you far. You did have a question, Coach Chuck. Someone wants to know when you do your smoothie. Before or after your workout?
Okay, so it's not the same every day. I get up early. Like I get up at about 4 a.m. most days. I try to consume my smoothie by 4:30 because we train at 5:30. Ideally, I like to have that be the first thing in my body, and I like to get that in my system before I train. But if I don't hit it by 4:30, then I know the closer it gets to my workout, I'm not going to feel as well. So then I do it immediately after my workout. So yeah, that's just how I try to plan it out. So it's either before or after. Neither one is necessarily 100% right or wrong. But that's just the premise behind why I do it is I want to get my nutrients into my body as fast as humanly possible. So I come down, I drink 12 ounces of water, I have a coffee, and then I drink my smoothie, and then we go and train an hour later. That's how I try to set it up.
Now, I take mine immediately following the workout, and the reason for that is I have to take I take thyroid medication in the morning, and I'm not supposed to eat for an hour after. So that's why I do it that way.
Yeah, and we've had people ask us too, can you have your smoothie as a breakfast? I mean, we need to again stop labeling things, right? Like there's not a right or wrong here. Like legit, like you're getting calories in as long, again, eventually you're going to be working on a calorie goal. So the question at that point when you get there is, did you eat enough? Did you eat enough, right? So you can treat it however you want to treat it. Hunger, energy, cravings. If I'm super crazy hungry, right, that is a sign that I probably need to change my meal timing, right? Or change the quality of what I'm eating or the amount that I'm eating. If my energy is low, if my cravings are up, something needs to change. So I want to leave you with this. Are you pretty much wrapped up?
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right. So like how you live the Better Body Fitness way is a matter of two things. Number one, who you are being, how you are living, right? The being part and the doing part. When Coach Roxanne said we need to understand it, that's part of the being part. Understanding all of these principles and then living them, right, as the doing part. So you need to understand them and embrace them, and then we need to execute on them. So you need to have proof and facts that you do them, and you need to know in your mind, your heart, and your soul that you are connected and convicted to them. Without the two, you'll never be perfectly balanced. It's a matter of being and doing. Am I being healthy? Am I doing healthy? Am I being healthy? Am I doing healthy? And that's a question that you should ask yourself every single day. That's the audit that you should have built in.
Ruth, I've been starving when I wake up, not sure why. Well, that's probably a good sign. Well, there could be a couple things. If you're eating heavy before bed, I find I wake up starving in the morning, or you just might need more calories because your body's burning through them. Maybe before bed, you start to have a healthy snack. Maybe eat a half a cup of oatmeal, quarter cup of oatmeal, maybe eat a banana, maybe eat some cottage cheese, have a healthy snack before bed and see how that works out for you. Maybe do a smoothie before bed.
Yeah, and you can eat in the morning too.
Yeah, yes, and you can eat before bed.
Get up and have a piece of fruit.
I've heard that for years. You can't eat before bed because your body won't burn through
Something
it.
has obviously shifted for you. What is it? And we try to make and identify that and take proper action. And Carrie says sometimes she has 2 smoothies a day. Or
Yep.
sometimes I have 2 smoothies a day.
Yep.
I do multiple shakes per day because my protein content is so high. But sometimes I just love to do a double smoothie. Nothing wrong with that. Never said you only had to do one.
Remember, the one thing we don't want to ever do is demonize food or when we eat that food. Now, you might find that there are certain things that sit heavy in your stomach if you eat it before bed. Just don't eat that before bed. But we don't have to demonize the food or when we eat it. All right.
I'll be back Friday.
Well, maybe you'll be with me tomorrow. Episode number 365.
Oh.
A year's worth of episodes tomorrow.
More than a year later, right? Because you've only been on here Monday through Friday.
Right. So I don't know. I think we're going to do something fun tomorrow.
All right, I guess I have to clear my schedule.
Pencil me in, buddy.
Pencil in the coffee talk.
I do sometimes too, especially on the long days where the drive-through may be a temptation. Yes, good plan, good plan. All right, my friends, we're out. We love you all. We will be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Have a great day. Peace out.